The album is called Images, and is available at a major retail outlet.
With the first letters of, well, H and H. Well, it's public television, you know. We're not going to waste any more time up here. We've got a fantastic guest coming up here to sing some songs for us. His name is Josh White, Jr. Mr. Jr., Mr. Josh White, please come up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure. That was very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Welcome to the Coffeehouse Cafe.
Pleasure to be part of it.
Oh, yeah. We were going to ask you.
Yes.
Now we are going to ask you. Your father has an awful lot to do with the kind of music that you perform, the kind of entertainer you are. I've never seen him. I've heard a few records about him. I've heard a lot of things about him. We want to touch on that just a little bit and then talk about you. You're touring with him, or had toured with him in the past. How long did you tour with him?
I worked with my old man off and on for about 17 years.
Oh.
From the age of 4 until...
I was going to say 2 or 3.
Yeah, I was 4 years old. I figured I'd loaf for the first 3 years, you know. And then then I started on my own here in Michigan in 61. And between 61 and 63, maybe 4, I do occasional gigs. But then as I started doing my tours more and more, we started getting further and further away. I think the last time he and I worked together was in Toronto. It's a place called Avenue Road, in Yorkville, and I was in one club in the middle of the block, and he was at another club near the end of the block, and so whoever finished their gig first would come over to the other ones, you know, and ham it up,
yeah.
See. He always seemed to come to mind first, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yes, he was very important. People have asked me over the years the influences in my life, and I guess... The more I thought about it, the more I had to answer that question. I realized that he had more of an influence than I thought he did. Because you're so close to it, sometimes you can't see it or feel it.
His albums, we've heard his albums, and you are pretty much of a good clone in your own style. But
yeah,
I mean, really, I mean, you know, if I play your stuff and I play his stuff, I mean, you can tell that there is similarities.
This is true. I know whenever I do a song that he did, I don't ever try and do it any other way than the way he did it, because I'm thinking there are a lot of people now, my dad died in 69, who did not hear him, and if those records of his are not available, they don't get a chance to hear what he did. So through me, they can hear what he used to do, his kind of guitar style, and if they like it, then they can pursue finding something that he recorded. But I think the important thing that he did for me was the entertaining part. He always considered himself a storyteller or an entertainer. And that's what I am. I play the guitar. One day I may play as well as you. Truly. And I sing. But I combine those two in entertaining. You know, that is what I think of myself more as than a singer or a guitar player. I consider myself, or I try to be an entertainer.
On the Focus Hope concerts, you do a hell of a job of that. I mean, everybody just stops in their shoes. I mean, your presence is just... It emanates.
Well, it's a built-in audience there. I mean, we've been doing that thing for 17 years, you know, and we come on, and it's, you know how it is when you have people like
Stack and Deck, we know how it is.
That's it. So they make it easy. They make you look good because you don't have to do much for them to like you. You know, they've got their hearts open for you anyway. So as long as you can somewhat carry a tune and if your guitar isn't that much out of tune, you know, you're going to get across.
Where are you performing at now?
Right now, wow, this is very interesting. I have been on the road, well, since I was 4, but I have been a solo performer since 61, and this year I decided that I've not been much of a songwriter, and I think the songs have been knocking here, and it says, I want to come out, you see, and I need time to write, and I've got a little studio now that I have, and I'm going to be able to write music. It'll be easier for me to write music when you can put down the bass line yourself, and the guitar line, and the drum machine. You program the drum machine, and I'm going to stay home and write music. So I've worked out a thing at the Red Cedars at 9 Mile and Telegraph, and I'm going to be there every Wednesday night and Thursday night only, one show a night at 8 o'clock, and the rest of the time I'm going to take to stay home and write, and so I'm not going to be traveling around that often. I've got a few things to do in April and a few things to do in June and July, but basically I want to try and stay here, work those 2 nights a week, and stay home and write music. Not just music either. I think, pardon me, maybe little stories might be coming from me. I just hear this knocking on my door, and I know it's time to, stay home and find out what's going to come through me.
Creative juices to get them flowing.
Yeah, it's strange because I've never been a writer, so to feel so confident about this music coming out, maybe the confidence is that I know it's not coming from me, it's coming through me. You know, I'm just opening the door for this music and this whatever it is to come through and not from. So I shall not take the credit for it. I mean, I'll be the proprietor, but I'm not the writer that's going to be coming through with all this.
Now, real quickly, tell us a little bit about your CD, a compact disc.
I've got a compact disc out. It's my first instrumental. I have it with a violin player named Robin Bateau. And it's my first compact disc, first instrumental, and it seems to be doing relatively well. It can be found, you know, with that place that you mentioned?
Oh,
Action. That same place, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Capital H, capital H.
Yes,
no.
yes, I'm to be found there.
They're like, 25 stores. Like
all around the Detroit metropolitan area and Lansing.
Yes, and wherever you look, our things will be there.
I mean, he's harmonized so well.
Yeah. And it's almost like a huge house of...
Yes.
We're gonna take a real short break. We gotta wrap this up. We're gonna get Josh up here to do some songs for us. Be right back in a little while. Thank you.